Hi guys, welcome back to Welsh Beast Sports. Now I just want to give my thoughts on the latest Wrexham news. As I keep saying, always massive news in Wrexham now. They're the biggest name in European sport, aren't they? Always dominating the websites and the newspapers and the television. The world can't stop talking about Wrexham, and this week it's going to get even bigger because Welcome to Wrexham 2 comes out this week, and it's going to be something special because last season was something special. What a title race that was. What an absolutely fantastic title race between Wrexham and Notts County. We all know how it ended, don't we? Wrexham winning the league and being promoted back to the Football League after 15 years of darkness in non-league football. But that season last year was something special. What a story. What images. I mean, the content is going to be fantastic. As I said, that title race was fantastic. It went down to virtually the wire. And it was a thriller from start to finish. The ladies' team doing fantastic. What about that cup run? The FA Cup run, you know, and the games against Sheffield United. 2 brilliant games. Wrexham should have gone through, to be honest. They were moments away from beating Sheffield United at the racecourse. Ben Foster coming back. What a story that was. What a contribution he made. That save against Notts County will go down in history. So, welcome to Wrexham Season 2 out this week. It's going to be special. It's going to grip the world again. Because, as we know, it's not a show about football. It's not a TV series about football. It's about working class life. It's about working class values, traditions, emotion. Football is just a tiny aspect of it. There's far more components involved. There's far more in the series than just football. It's about people. It's about everyday life. It's about the struggle. And as I said, a working class community constantly fighting to do better, constantly overcoming challenges. And just, you know, like I said, football is what brings everyone together. So it's going to be something special again. Trust me, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Wrexham at the weekend beat Doncaster 2-1 at the racecourse. I couldn't go. Unfortunately, I had to work late. I tried to escape. I tried to do a runner from work so I can go to the match, but I was apprehended at the gate. You know, it comes to something, doesn't it? When a terrorist or a terror suspect can escape from a UK prison for 4 days and go on a jolly up, yet I can't escape from work to go to the match. You just got to accept you're on the losing side. But a 2-1 win for Wrexham, a late goal from Elliot Lee. From what I've heard and seen, it was a difficult game for Wrexham. Doncaster, who are not having the best of times, bottom of the league, did well by all accounts. Doncaster deserves something. That's what the reports say. Obviously difficult weather conditions. You know, it wasn't sunny in Wrexham at the weekend. It was red hot. Red hot in Wrexham. So difficult conditions for football. But Wrexham dug deep, as they always do. And they found the winner. They found the winner with Lee. I mean, a classic goal from Elliot Lee, wasn't it? He picks up the ball on the wing. He's given far too much space. He just has that extra yard on the defender. And he cuts inside, skins the defence, and he gets a shot off. A deflected shot. It was quite a fortunate goal, but you make your own luck. And the thing about Elliot Lee, he always wants the ball. He always makes room for himself. He never hides in football matches, Elliot Lee. You mean he's scored, 6 or 7 goals now this year? This season? He's one of the league's top goal scorers. he was a fantastic signing and he's been brilliant for Wrexham. He's contributed so much, again, because he always wants to be involved. His movement, his link-up play, his attitude. And again, that goal on Saturday was classic Elliot Lee. Collects the ball, looks around and goes for it. Cuts inside and lets rip with a shot. No mucking around, just ambition, being direct, being aggressive. But once you give Lee that time, that's what he does. And again, you make your own luck. And that deflection is what you get. Luke Young's goal was... Wrexham should get an extra point for that, to be fair. Should get 4 points for Saturday. For a goal like that, you love to see him, don't you? You love to see goals like that. I'm sure the Doncaster fans were absolutely gutted. What an awful goal to concede. But when it goes for you, it's just beautiful. You can't help but laugh. Like I said, you score a goal like that, like Luke Young scored, and you've got to get an extra point, I think. You've got to be rewarded in some way for that, because it was just a joy to watch. But a great win for Wrexham. It puts them in 7th. So Wrexham now up to 7th. Gillingham atop on 15 points. Wrexham 7th with 12. So they're 3 points off the top. After this so-called bad start, after this disappointing start to the season, look where they are. Nicely poised. They're a point from 3rd. You know, it's tight up there, but 7th in the league. They're just in the playoffs. Of course, it's very, very early days. 40 odd games left, but nicely poised, ready to strike. And they've done this without Paul Mullin. But guess what? As you know, he's back. Super Paul Mullin, back from injury, made his return against Doncaster. I mean, how did we survive without him? How did we survive without Paul Mullin? I'll tell you why. Because we're not a one-man team. Paul Mullin is special. We all know that. He's a special, special player. He's the magician. Scores goals for fun from every part of the pitch. He can do everything. Can't he, Mullin? He scores with every part of his body. I told you he's the magician. But Wrexham are much more than that. This squad is so strong, and the firepower they've got up front is just phenomenal. And to be where they are without Mullin, a difficult start to the league, adjusting to a new league. This league is obviously very competitive. And Wrexham struggled at first to adapt to it, to adjust. They're getting to grips with it now. You need the rub of the green. You always do. They had the rub of the green in many ways on Saturday. But when luck's on your side, you're going to do well. You're going to do well. And as I said, Wrexham are poised to strike. Mullin back is just going to give them that extra gear now. They're not a one-man team. They're not a one-man team. But Mullin coming back is so important. They've obviously signed Stephen Fletcher, which after the disaster of the Luke Armstrong transfer, that's a very, very decent alternative. They've done well there, Wrexham. And I always praise Wrexham's transfer policies and their recruitment team, because they've always done well in the transfer market. They've always identified the right players for the right positions. And they usually get the players they want. What happened with Luke Armstrong hasn't been explained properly, has it yet? They were after him for months before Paul Mullin got injured. So why it wasn't sealed and delivered earlier, I don't know. Were Harrogate playing silly buggers? Were they asking for too much money? Were they being awkward? Were Wrexham a bit slow to conclude the deal? Well, it looks that way. They needed an extra striker to play with Mullin. They always needed to add to the strike force without Mullin's injury. And they identified Luke Armstrong for months. They should have closed the deal earlier. So what went on, I still haven't seen. Has it been revealed? I don't think so. The full facts are not quite out there yet. But he would have been a great, great signing for Wrexham. Just what we needed. But Fletcher, I think, considering the circumstances, is a great signing, and they've done well to get him. Again, they seem to be very switched on, the Wrexham recruitment team. Sean Harvey and all his boys, they seem to be very switched on, very well connected, and they do generally move and get their man. What happened with Armstrong is still a mystery to me. Let's see what unfolds. I'm sure they'll be back in for him when they can. But I've got a quote here, though, from Grant McCann, the Doncaster manager, talking about Wrexham strike force. Wrexham probably have got a fear factor in terms of what their forwards offer. And that's the thing, Wrexham are not just a one-man team. They have so much quality in this team, and they are feared. They're also the team to beat because of the owners, because of the documentary, because of the global, fame now. Wrexham have a target on their back. They're the team to beat. The racecourse packed game after game. The away following massive. Wrexham are a sexy team. They're a feared team. They're a hated team. They are hated by a lot of fans now. Fans are jealous of Wrexham. They're bitter. They're jealous. They don't like to see what's happening. But I've got a message for all the jealous fans. Up yours. Eh? All you guys jealous of Wrexham, up yours. How's this for the Hollywood sign, eh? How's this for Tinseltown, you bastards? Keep being jealous and Wrexham will keep delivering. This is only the beginning. It's going to get bigger and better, and they are ready to strike in League Two. It's set up lovely for them to pounce. It's going to be a difficult league, as I said. Lots of teams very even, going to take points off each other. Wrexham are clearly going to stay in League Two at worst. They're not getting relegated. They'll be there next year. But for me, promotion is very realistic. Very realistic. And they're ready to strike. But the firepower they have, the transfer policies, is just fantastic. The recruitment has always been exceptional. William Boyle. I was surprised why they went for William Boyle. But he's been fantastic, hasn't he? He's going to be a regular. They know what they want to do with him. He's great down that left side. He has a great left foot. He's scoring goals. He's creating chances. He's getting opportunities. And he's such an asset with that left foot. He gets forward well and he creates chances. He can play other people in. He's got great vision, and awareness. So that was, in the end, a very good signing for Wrexham, Boyle. And I wasn't quite sure why they did it. Ben Foster retiring, I think, is a blessing in disguise for Wrexham. I think he was never very interested in carrying on. As I've said before, he got caught up in the glory. He got caught up in the excitement. He was kind of pressured to stay. The fans wanted him to stay. And I suppose at the time he did. But he got caught up in the excitement of winning the National League. He got caught up in the excitement of promotion. And he kind of was led astray, if you like. He didn't really want to play on any longer, but he got carried away. It showed in his performances, I think. He wasn't really committed to League Two. He wasn't committed to playing. And I think him going and him retiring, thank you for what you've done, Ben Foster. Thank you for what you've done. But I think it might have been for the best. Howard has been a great goalkeeper for Wrexham, a great asset. His contribution has been amazing. His attitude has been amazing. He's gone about his business with no fuss. Whenever he's been needed, Mark Howard, he's delivered. Again, it must have been hard for him, to lose his place last year. But he's always been focused and committed. And I think it's settled down now. Wrexham's defence has settled down. And they're not conceding as many goals. So I think Foster going has helped Wrexham. We can all settle down now, and it can be about the football, not about the showbiz. We've got enough showbiz going on. Great, we love it. Thank you. But the football is what counts at the end of the day. Without the football, there's nothing. and without the results, there's even less. So we've got to focus on the football as well, and it looks like we're doing that now. Things are getting together. The machine is getting revved up again. The machine is getting ready to go. And it's Grimsby on Saturday. We all know about them, don't we? We have some unfinished business with Grimsby. We've got an old rivalry there. They're an old friend, to say the least. So we look forward to that game at the racecourse. Grimsby are 12th with 10 points. 2 points behind Wrexham. So I'm sure that's going to be a great game for Wrexham. And another chance to carry on this momentum, this winning run, this undefeated run. So Wrexham getting back in their stride. They're ready to pounce in League 2. They're ready to strike and dominate the league. Welcome to Wrexham. It's out this week. It starts again, season 2. It's going to be fantastic. The world is going to love it again. The story is getting bigger and better. The story of Wrexham Town, of Wrexham AFC, and the whole community is only just starting. We go again. It keeps getting bigger and better. Cheers, guys, and I will see you on the next video.